Hi everybody, this is Christina, the AmputeeOT, and did you know that if you wanted to buy a liner directly from the manufacturer, one like this, for your prosthetic, that you can't? This is a question that I get pretty frequently. Somebody will ask me where they will go online so that they can buy a liner or a foot for their prosthetic to replace the one that they already had because they don't have insurance and can't afford to go to their prosthetist, or for some other reason they want to buy it online directly instead of going and getting it through their prosthetist. And the answer is that you can't buy a prosthetic foot or a prosthetic liner or a lot of other pieces of prosthetic equipment directly through the manufacturer. Now you might think that this is kind of weird, and in a way, it sort of makes sense. So here's how it makes sense. If you wanted to get a hip replacement, you wouldn't want to go online and buy the hip that you needed and then take it to your doctor and have him surgically implant it in you. He would refuse, even if you could find a hip replacement online. And there are really good reasons for that. A, you might get the wrong size or the wrong shape, or you might get one from a manufacturer that does not use quality manufacturing materials. And B, the cost of installing your hip greatly outweighs the cost of the actual equipment that's being put in you. But on the other hand, not being able to buy a foot or a liner or something that does not go inside of your body, you'd think that you'd be able to buy that directly from the manufacturer or from a third-party vendor or something like that. If you need a customized wheelchair that is specifically set up to meet your specific needs, a lot of the time what people will do to get their wheelchair is they'll go through a durable medical equipment provider, and they, along with an occupational or physical therapist, will perform an evaluation and a seating assessment on them to make sure they get the right equipment that they need, and then that equipment will be ordered and billed to your insurance and so on and so forth. But you can also purchase customized, specialized wheelchairs directly from the manufacturer or from a third-party vendor just by going online and filling out a description sheet of exactly what you need and ordering all the exact parts you need. You can also order parts to fix your wheelchair, or if need be later on, if you want to change your wheels or your tires or your cushion or any other aspect of your wheelchair, you can just go online and buy the parts that you need. So you'd think that if you wanted to change your foot and didn't want to go through your prosthetist to buy that foot, you could just go to the manufacturers and be like, hey, I want to buy this foot. Let me buy it, and then they'd ship it to you. But that's not the case. No prosthetic manufacturers will sell equipment directly to an amputee. You have to get it through a prosthetist. There are a couple of exceptions to this, one of them being stump socks and other textiles like shrinkers, and another exception being different balms and ointments that you might want to put on your residual limb for healing if you've got a wound or something. But as far as feet goes and parts go and liners go, you cannot buy those parts directly or through a third-party vendor. You have to buy them from your prosthetist. Now this is obviously a problem for some people, especially those of us without insurance who can't afford to go to their prosthetist to get that equipment, or somebody who just doesn't want to go to their prosthetist to change their foot or to get the bolt that they might need for their piece of prosthetic equipment that is broken. And so if you can't afford a liner or a foot and you need to buy one, then a lot of times people resort to going to eBay, where you can actually find quite a large selection of prosthetic equipment, but they might not have the liner that you need the particular week that you're looking, and you might have to wait months until you find the right exact liner that you need. I'm curious as to what you guys think about this. Is it a good idea for you to not be able to buy a piece of prosthetic equipment, even if you know exactly what you need from the manufacturer or from a third party? Is it fair that you have to go through your prosthetist? To me, it seems like since prosthetics are part custom made and part off-the-shelf equipment, that they kind of fall somewhere between getting a hip replaced and buying a wheelchair. They're in this like sort of gray, weird area. So I can sort of see the argument for both sides of the coin. But I'm curious, what do you guys think? Okay, everybody, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments section below. You can subscribe if you like. I put out new videos every Wednesday. You can follow me on Facebook. That's facebook.com/AmputeeOT. And see you later. Bye!